Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
So let's start talking about a very interesting topic, that is report writer. Okay, report writer. So now we have talked about the HCM part of it. We now know the basics, right? We know what are organizations. We know what is the staffing model. We have talked about job profiles. We have created job profiles. We have created some compensation parameters. We have created packages, plans, allowances, and now we have also configured some security, right? Some role-based security groups, user-based security groups, process, maintain domain security policy permissions, business process security policy permissions, and so on. Then we did the hiring in a business process, right? In a business process. We saw, but it's an approval step, action step, and then conditional approval. We maintain step conditions. So we have done a lot, right? So if you pause for a moment and take a look back at what all you have done, so it's been a lot phenomenal. So you can just give yourself a pat on your back that you have done the hard bit. Now it is a bit technical going forward, but still not too technical. Doesn't involve a lot of coding. Okay, so we have, like I said, so we have covered our HCM part. We have covered the HCM part of the course. Now we are going to look at some of the other functionalities of Workday, right? Like we are going to look at how we can enhance the data, how we can make use of the data that is already there in Workday, right? So how are we going to extract the data? How are we going to manipulate the data? And how are we going to send the data to external systems? This is what will be our focus of study for the next 2.5 to 3 weeks. Now, before we actually start into this technical section of the course, let me ask you a very simple question. Right, like I want you to give me the list of all the countries in Africa, with their capital, I mean the capital city, and their population. Okay, list of all the countries in the continent of Africa, their capital cities and their population. So what would you do to give me that information? Search in Google for sure. Search in Google. Yes, for sure, yes. What else? That is one definitely maybe the most convenient option these days. Yes. What else? Some books also have it. My daughter read some books. Yes, maybe. Yeah, some books, some journals. Yes, maybe in the library you will find a good book on this, right? Maybe you visit some consulate of some country from Africa and ask them about their country, and maybe about their neighbors, and so on, right? So what are you doing? What is the exercise you are doing? Like checking Google, you are researching, or you are trying to do what? You are trying to get the data correct. That's what you are trying to do, isn't it? You're trying to get the data from somewhere, maybe Google, maybe Maps, maybe some books, consulate, asking your friends, somebody living in Africa, somebody you know. So you are trying to get the data, isn't it? Agreed? You're trying to get the data that I requested, then what would you? Let's say you got it in a book, so how will you send it to me? Will you send me the book? We'll put in a format. You will put it in a format. Yes, correct. You will put it in some format. Now what format? And who will tell you what format? Who can tell you? Who gives you the requirement? Who will give you the requirement? In this case, me, right? Me. I'll give you the requirement because I have asked for the information. Right, I am the one who has asked for this information, so I have to give you the requirement, isn't it? Like whether I want in a notepad, like in a text file, or do I want in an Excel spreadsheet, in a Word document, right? So I have to tell you who am I here. In this information exchange, who am I? I am the recipient, right? Isn't it? I am going to receive the information. You are the provider, you are the sender, or the provider, you are going to send that information to me? So who is going to decide on the format? It will be driven by the recipient, right? It will be driven by the recipient, and it will be agreed between both the sender and the receiver. Let's say I said that, okay, I want it in a JSON format. Now you said, okay, oh my God, what is JSON? I don't do JSON. Then I said, okay, then give me an XML. And you said, okay, I don't do XML either. I do Excel. And then I can think, okay, yeah, maybe I can do Excel as well. So we agree that, okay, both of us can do Excel. So yeah, let's use Excel. Alright. So the format is decided. Now will you get the data in Excel format somehow? Maybe in Google will you get it in Excel format? Maybe may not be. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe somebody has done it already. So maybe you will get it. So if you get it already in Excel format, then do you need to do any change to the format? Most likely no, right? You got it in Excel already. Just send it to me. But what if you got it like as a picture, right? Or maybe as a table in some web page? Then what do you have to do then? Rearrange it according to what the recipient wants. Rearrange it or maybe transform it, change the format, put it in a different format, right? Isn't it? Agreed? Yeah, yes or no? Yeah. So it can be a manual task. If somebody of you are very good with programming, you will write a complicated program that will take the data from that web page and put it in an XML, right? So you can. Some people are very smart. They can do it. So what did you do here? You transformed. You converted the format from the source, whichever format you received it, into the format that is understandable or accepted by the recipient. So this step is called transformation step, right? Now is the transformation step mandatory? Does it always take place? May not. May not, right, if you already have the information in the form, or maybe you just send me the link to the web page, right? And say, hey, Krish, you go figure out, right? So I'm not going to do any transformation. You are able to read. So yeah, and you have an internet connection. Here is the link and now go figure out, right? So yeah, then in that case you did not need to do any transformation at all. You just sent me the link and said, yeah, here it is. Now, so transformation may be required. It may not be required, right? So that is optional, but getting the data is absolutely important. You get the data, then you transform it.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@uptalk.com.